Okay, so here's the unfinished Powerbox number 3. So Powerbox number 1 here, fully charged, which is looking pretty great actually. I'm gonna turn this out a little bit. So Powerbox number 1 is looking pretty fantastic. Sorry about that light. And no problems with these, you know. Actually had a little bit of a spark when I was putting on this lid here because I was not paying attention. Oops. So you gotta be real careful when you're working with these bigger. It's about 2 kilowatts, I think. Maybe a little bit less. Cells are averaging at about 2400 mAh. So the capacities are pretty good, but we'll see. You know, we'll have to do some testing on these. So I'm going to be wiring these two together in sets of 2 to get 48 volts because my little inverter over there is 48 volts. I've looked at the differences between 24 and 48 volts, but I always find that 48 volts seems to be, everyone wishes they had that 48 volts, especially for a home. This is really going to be for a home backup and eventually for a solar setup, but for now, after that 3-day freeze here in Texas, when we lost power for 3 days, it really just was a wake-up call that we just had no backup, no alternative. So I wanted to make sure that we had some power. I mean, at the best, this is going to have about 8 kilowatts total, which would get us through at the bare minimum for at least a day or 2, maybe 3, if we're lucky. This is Powerbox number 2. This one, the little light's actually a little bit dimmer. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe it just needs to be cleaned. And initially when I put this together, the front plate wasn't working. I thought I'd done something wrong, but you know, we'll go ahead and test these at the voltages real quick. Go ahead and grab my tester. Little tester here. This one's it's effective. It was a good price, and it has this little clamp here, which I always found very good to have. But we'll go ahead and get that going. Let's test it. Let me see here. This one is. I wish I could see it. The light here's not great. I'm gonna turn the lights a little bit. There we go. Give us a little more light. Which didn't do anything at all. Okay, so I think that one's negative. Let's try to do this one-handed again. And that one's positive. So yeah, we got. Oh, I think actually I got it mixed up. Let me try that again. Positive to negative. Yeah, there we go. So 27.8. Definitely over, but there's a range, nominal 24, I believe. A little bit more. So this kind of has a double, so you can kind of do 2. Boop. Both the same there. So eventually we'll wire these 2 together. Let's check out the voltage. They've been sitting for a day or 2, so I want to make sure everything's still running good. A little tiny bit lower, but they're very, very close. And I wish I could show the BMS a little better on this one, but you can't really see it. Yeah, I might be able to. Oh, I do have a similar BMS, so let's go ahead and pull that one up for just to show you. Oops. Okay, so yeah, I have a similar BMS here in my little kit. So this one was for the Batomatic. This Batomatic here. Move a few things. So this one is the Lion 14S 48 volt BMS. Now I don't have a 14S setup, mine's like a 7S. So I've always wondered if I can use just like 7 of these out of the 14, but I think it works more effectively with using all the balance lines here. But the one that is on the Powerbox kit is exactly the same brand. It's just a 7S at 24 volts, and because each Powerbox has its own BMS, they should work pretty well in conjunction with each other. So plenty of help there. And of course, there's all these little these guys on each of the boards, which should help significantly with any, overcharge or surges of any kind. If I can show you on the board here where those are. So I'll go ahead and do that. You can kind of see it through there a little bit, right there. But it's better to be seen. I'm going to pull this one because it's looking very effective. Probably does not need to be balanced. And here on the other side, done very well. Mr. Jehu Garcia, very, very great. Here, let's see if I can get it to focus. Yeah, probably not, but that's where it is. It's right here on this part of the board, which is on that positive post there. It looks like you could actually add additional fuses here, which I haven't seen any of the boards have that, but it looks like you could add one, just like you could add additional ones on this side too, which would give it even more protection if you really wanted to. I think this is sufficient. Solder job looks great. I haven't seen any problems with them. They look great. So that's going to be the setup. This will be one of my first videos. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time.